Good evening, Rohit. Am I audible properly?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Just a second. We'll wait for another 2 minutes, and then we will start the class. सो आपसे आपसे जितने आदमी ने मेरा जो नोट्स बताया, वीडियोस दिखाया, उस सबको हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर एबल टू गेट थ्रू इट? हैव एनी ऑफ यू gone through some other notes or something like that? Anybody? Okay, how many
So
of
I
you?
just gone through.
Yes.
So good evening. I just gone through the stacking of goods from the books you had given earlier on.
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, आप क्या काम कर रहे हैं? What are you working as?
So working as reservation supervisor, Mumbai Center.
Exactly. Okay, right. It's good because people from the reservation
Thank
office and people from the ticket checking and people from the office side, that is whom I am targeting, because उन सब का जो गुड्स का नॉलेज है वो बहुत कम होगा. पहले इसके लिए गुड्स चुना क्योंकि
Right.
बाकी बहुत सारा क्वेश्चंस गुड्स में से आएगा, इसके लिए गुड्स चुना है पहले में. और दूसरा ये भी है कि ये जो टिकट चेकिंग का और बुकिंग ऑफिस का वो सब का जो ज्ञान है ना, वो बहुत सारा जगह से मिल सकता है आपको. मगर गुड्स का जो गुड्स का वॉट एवर इज देयर, इन फॉर गुड्स, वेरी लिटिल data is available and classes are also very little only, so that is why I thought
Definitely, sir. You are right.
anyway, we will go into coaching also, coaching parcels, then we'll go into everything. We'll go into accounts, we'll go into ticket checking, we'll go into court cases, we'll go into vigilance, we'll go into war room. We have somebody from the war room also, New Delhi war room also, so I will invite him for a talk. You know that there is a war room? During COVID, one war room was set up in our railway board, just like our war.
Yes, sir.
So that war room is generally conducting, it is listening with everybody and anything, instant resolution, especially rail मदद cases, Twitter cases, है ना, इन सब का जो important है. अच्छा, right. Good evening everybody.
So I was there with for 1 week with war room in Mumbai Central.
Oh,
So
okay,
we used to
okay,
pick up
okay.
the we used to pick up the call and answer कि sir ये that वो श्रमिक एक्सप्रेस कहाँ से कहाँ चलेगी, कब चलेगी, what is the timing,
exactly.
what is the procedure for enrollment and everything.
Correct. When I was in control, I'm in control for the last 15 years. So COVID, I was in charge of the Bangalore division. So Bangalore division had the highest number of COVID Shramik specials and highest number of parcel specials also. Anyway, so good evening everybody again. Thanks, nice for joining. All of you who have joined, thank you very much. Let us continue our class. I'll share the screen now and start the class right away. So my screen is visible?
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay, so now okay, so today we will speak about allotment and supply of wagons. Okay, so we have seen कि wagon कैसे इंडेंट करेगा आपका जो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिमांड कैसा रेस करेगा, वो पिछले हफ्ता में हम सुना है ना. नाउ वी विल गो टू दिस. लास्ट वीक आई हैड अ वेरी बैड फ्लू एंड कोल्ड, सो आई asked Nageshwar also to take up NFR, non-fair revenue, which is again a very important topic, and sir is very experienced, in accounts, so he has taken up a class on non-fair revenue. Now today, last time we have seen how a wagon can be indented, है ना. पार्टी कैसे इंडेंट करेगा वैगन को, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिमांड जाके वो वैगन डिमांड रजिस्ट्रेशन फी ने भर के बाद में वो एक वैगन रेक को इंडेंट करेगा. अभी हम देखेंगे कि इंडेंट करने का बाद क्या करना है. इंडेंट करने का बाद वो पार्टी जो है उसको वैगन देना है ना. द वैगन शुड बी गिवन टू द पार्टी, सप्लाइड टू द पार्टी. सो देयर विल बी tens of thousands of customers every day asking for rakes. So we have seen who gets the rake first from the priority traffic schedule, है ना. PTS we have seen the preferential traffic schedule and इसका जो importance है वो भी देखा है. अभी वो वैगन का अलॉटमेंट का बारे में अभी हम देखेंगे. इंडेंट फॉर वैगन is to be registered in the traders wagon demand register. TWD is traders wagon demand register on payment of WDRF fee. This was before the advent of e-demand. Now after e-demand it is all automatic. All registrations are serially numbered, automatic हो जाएगा आजकल कंप्यूटर में. Then this allotment of wagons. Allotment orders are issued by DOM movement. DOM का मतलब movement है. Considering the order of registration, preferential traffic schedule, wagon load या train load, and then restrictions and bans. So one by one we will see what it is. Order of registration, that means usually first come first served. Then the preferential traffic schedule is also there. So although it is first come and first served, sometimes this preferential traffic schedule में कोई military traffic आया या कुछ रिलीफ वर्क के लिए आया या नमक शक्कर उन सब आया, उसको प्रायोरिटी देगा. वो हम पहले ही देख चुका है. देन whether it is wagon load or train load, in all cases train load will get benefit over the wagon load, because you know that in train load railway will get more money at single time. Moreover, we will be not cutting the rake into two parts, so we will be, the full rake will be going. इसका मतलब है हमारा पैसे एकदम ज़्यादा आएगा. So we prefer train load. So if there is a clash between train load and wagon load, then train load will get the first allotment. Then restrictions and bans. So sometimes there will be restriction or ban on some commodities or some traffic or due to some local issue. अभी आजकल G20 का समिट चल रहा है न्यू दिल्ली में. अभी एक सर्कुलर आया है हमारा नई दिल्ली से, restrict all parcel traffic in lease, non-lease to New Delhi and surrounding areas. So that is a restriction for the safety of the nation. Every year during Republic Day and Independence Day also we are getting such notice that restriction of parcel. Like that for goods also sometimes there will be restriction. So whenever जब वो restriction होगा उस टाइम को हम उसका जो जहाँ restriction है उसको हम वैगन नहीं दे सकता. So if the first party indent is for New Delhi and New Delhi is closed for all goods traffic for some reason, that is called a ban or a restriction, then in that case the second party whoever is there, whether it is booked to Mumbai or SGWF or Ujjain or wherever, he will get the priority. So this is this thing. Then station masters of notified major stations are also empowered to allot wagons. यदि वो बड़ा स्टेशन है उसका जो स्टेशन मास्टर होगा, स्टेशन मास्टर का मतलब है इधर चीफ गुड सुपरवाइजर भी हो सकता है. ये जो चीफ गुड सुपरवाइजर होगा या स्टेशन मास्टर होगा वो भी वैगन का अलॉटमेंट देता है. द अलॉटमेंट ऑफ द वैगन इज टू बी एग्जिबिटेड इन द स्टेशन नोटिस बोर्ड. अभी आजकल ये सब पूरा ऑनलाइन ही हो रहा है, इसके लिए इसका ज़रूरत नहीं है. सप्लाई ऑफ वैगन्स आर अलॉटेड फॉर लोडिंग इन द प्रायोरिटी नोटिफाइड थ्रू एन अलॉटमेंट ऑर्डर. से अलॉटमेंट कैसे होगा? अलॉटमेंट इज मेड इफ एम्प्टीज आर अवेलेबल एट द स्टेशन. क्यों? यदि एम्प्टीज उधर ही हो तो हम दूसरा जगह से लेके आने का फ्यूल का जो खर्चा है और लॉजिस्टिक्स का एक लोकोमोटिव चाहिए, एक गार्ड चाहिए, लोकोमोटिव चाहिए, वो सब चाहिए, है ना. If there is already an empty available at that station, then that can be easily given there itself, so that will get the first priority. Then the second part will be if empties are bought from some other station, दूसरा जगह से empties लेके allotment देना. या तीसरा होगा अनलोडिंग ऑफ इनवर्ड गुड्स. कल परसों एक रेक आ रहा है उधर ही, और वो जो पूछा है वही उसी टाइप का रेक है और उतना ही कंपोजिशन का पूछा है. ये इंपॉर्टेंट है ना. वो बॉक्सन पूछा तो आप बीसीएन देने से फ़ायदा नहीं, ये बीसीएन देने से पूछा से आपको एनएमजी देने से फ़ायदा नहीं. ये जो स्टॉक अंदर आ रहा है वो जो पार्टी नया पूछ रहे वो इन दोनों सेम होना चाहिए, है ना. So that is an important thing. So supply. Each demand of wagon registration is given a serial number in the order of priority. Separate priority registers should be maintained for each type of commodity. Allotment or loading orders are issued in accordance with the priority of registration as per preferential traffic order. So always the preferential traffic order should be kept in mind. No station master, no officer can allot without the preferential traffic order being kept in mind. Okay, but हम पहले ही देख चुका कि ये जो 2 दिन का है, PCOM is authorized to reserve and notify maximum of 2 days, Wednesday and Saturday, for allotment of rakes as per ODR, irrespective of class of priority. So only on Wednesday and Saturday, PCOM can say, no, we will give for this fellow, we will give for that fellow, we will override priority, like that. Except military traffic, most of the times PCOM will have a right to say we will give on for somebody else only on Wednesday and Saturday. Stations should load wagons in accordance with the allotment or loading orders from the appropriate authority or senior divisional operation manager. यदि एक स्टेशन में 10 सिलेंडर है, स्टेशन मास्टर को जिसको चाहता है उसको देने का होता नहीं. We have a particular way in which we are giving. Just like Tatkal tickets, when you buy Tatkal tickets, you are asking the people to come at morning 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, stand in the queue, you are giving them token. जैसे टोकन आया है, टोकन नंबर का मुताबिक आप रिजर्वेशन का करेगा, है ना, तत्काल का. ऐसे ही इधर भी हमारा रूल है फर्स्ट कम फर्स्ट सर्व्ड. देन प्रेफरेंशियल ट्रैफिक ऑर्डर ऑल्सो. The loading order is given is called specific loading order. इसको specific क्यों बोल रहे हैं? Specific बोल रहे हैं इनके लिए, इसके लिए कि वो जो loading है वो yes, Meena is asking Wednesday and Saturday is throughout Indian Railway. Yes, it is throughout Indian Railways. These orders are all for throughout the Indian Railways. Every PCOM of every railway, Wednesday and Saturday he can allot. Okay, so that is throughout Indian Railways only, whatever we are talking about. Then at some stations, station masters are authorized to give loading orders in case of inward released wagons, which is called back loading. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट शब्द होगा गुड्स में, बैक लोडिंग. बैक लोडिंग का मतलब क्या है? ये जो जैसे पहले बता चुका है, जो इनवर्ड लोड्स हमको आ रहा है वो खाली करने का बाद उसको ही नया लोडिंग के लिए देना. इससे बहुत फ़ायदा है हमारा रेलवे को, क्योंकि नया वैगन्स ढूंढने का ज़रूरत नहीं है. ये जो बैक लोडिंग है उसको भी हम कर सकता है. बिफोर अलॉटमेंट ऑफ वैगन्स, द रजिस्टर्स ऑफ बैन्स एंड रिस्ट्रिक्शन शुड बी वेरीफाइड टू सी वेदर कमोडिटी इज बैंड फ्रॉम बुकिंग और पर्टिकुलर रूट इज क्लोज्ड. बैन का मतलब वो जो कमोडिटी है उधर नहीं जाना है, वो है बैन. रेस्ट्रिक्शन होगा वही कमोडिटी नहीं, एनी कमोडिटी उधर नहीं बेच सकेगा. क्यों? इधर उधर फ्लड हुआ है या वो स्टेशन को ब्रॉडगेज कन्वर्शन के लिए क्लोज किया है, या उधर कुछ लाइन ब्लॉक लिया है और सिर्फ पैसेंजर ट्रेन को आहिस्ता आहिस्ता जाने के लिए छोड़ रहा है, ऐसा हो सकता है. सो वी शुड बी वेरी केयरफुल फॉर दिस बैन एंड restriction. Ban is different, restriction is different. Ban is for a particular commodity because of some political reason or some other reason, like maybe G20 summit. But restriction is different. Restriction is for all traffic. That may be because of line block or because of closure of that station for gauge conversion, like that. Okay. Now, any doubt regarding this allotment of wagons? You can ask. Anybody wants to ask a doubt? Anybody having doubt? Okay.
No, sir, you can go through.
Fine.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yeah, who's that?
Sir, Meena, sir, from
Meena,
South Central Railway.
Tell me, Meena.
Yes, sir. If the party comes at the same time for the registration, if two parties come at the same time for the same type of wagon and same type of commodity,
Yes,
what
sir.
is the
Fastest finger first, I
how
think.
will it be? It will be.
Fastest finger first. One second.
Acha.
Okay, in the case of manual booking, that will not happen, because manual, one person will be standing in the queue behind you. But like Meena told, it is still possible in the new online booking. It's still possible that, because two people will be sitting at different locations and instantly they may book it at the same time. But if at all there is a tie, then senior DOM may decide based on the merits. That is, he may give to the customer who has given more rakes, or he may give it to the customer who is who has logged in first, or something like that. Okay, so they may see one of the things.
I got one more doubt, sir. I got one more doubt there. If the customer is a new customer,
if
to
the
attract
customer,
the traffic, the customer is
I'm sorry, I'm losing you somewhere. Please tell me.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, if the customer is a new customer, to attract the traffic,
To attract traffic, new customer. Meena, I think your signal is really weak.
Sir, I think our question is if the new customer means whether we will give priority to new customer or old customer or priority basis.
No, there is no. If there is no, for the allotment of wagon, whether it is new customer or old customer, whether it is platinum card holder or silver card holder, we don't see. Usually the priority will be as per the priority only for the same type of commodity. For the same type of commodity, it will be first come first served only. Just because I know somebody well, I cannot allot the wagon.
No, not like that, sir. Attract the new customer, the railways, for that any priority.
No, for attracting new customers, we have got so many schemes which I have already dealt with, and I will take one more class. So we are giving discount schemes. In the allotment of wagons, we cannot see a partiality. We are for attracting new customers, we are giving lot of discounts and other schemes, so that they can utilize. They cannot expect any leeway in the allotment of wagons. There are even in that there are some schemes, assured wagon scheme, that we will discuss later. When the assured wagon scheme is there, in that case they will get priority. But in the normal course, whether it is a newcomer or the old comer, we cannot see a difference.
Okay. So my one doubt, sir, sir, the differential order.
JG, tell me.
Preferential order means I didn't hear, sir, correctly. Preferential.
That day I took a class, preferential traffic order. This one.
I think I was not attended.
Yes, you are not there that day. I have made a video on that. Preferential traffic order means the first priority will always go to military. The second priority will always go to emergency relief work and food grains and sugar for public distribution. Then all program traffic is C. Then D is all other traffic. So that is the preferential traffic order. I have taken a class on that. You can see it. Otherwise, you can get back to me on DM or on a call. I'll explain to you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So now preferential, the wagon allotment is over. Now we have supplied the wagon. Now after the wagons are supplied, the selection of wagons for loading of goods. What the party will do? The party will select the wagons and we will give him. Non-watertight wagons should not be utilized for commodities damaged by wet. That means just because we have some wagons with us, we cannot give it. We should be careful when allotting the wagons. If an inward rake of some commodity has come, after the wagon is unloaded, we have to check using our TXR staff whether the wagons are in good condition or not, whether they are having any leakage of water, whether they are having any floor damage, whether the doors are properly closable, everything. And only after verification of that we can allot the wagons for the new party. Otherwise we have to ask the TXR people to repair it. Wooden floor wagons should not be utilized for loading articles that are likely to be damage the floor of the wagons. So many of the wagons in the olden times were wooden floor. Now we don't have wooden floor wagon. Wooden floor wagon should not be used for loading commodities which will scratch that wood or make any problem for that wood, okay, or for loading oil or anything like that which will spoil the floor. Defective and wooden floor wagons should not be used for loading bagged consignment. Even for bagged consignments we should not use defective or wooden floor wagons, because the bag will get damaged when you are dragging it because of the small pieces of wood. Iron floor wagons should not be used for fruits and vegetables. Why? Anybody can tell why?
So smell issue.
No.
Because of heat, sir, produced by the wheels, they get damaged.
No, not in this case. Anybody else? Selvi, what your Maunavratam? Selvi?
No, Maunavardham. I'm just listening. I'm
Okay.
on my way home, sir. I had a court case to attend, arbitration case.
Okay.
So I'm traveling back home.
Okay, let me tell you. See, fruits and vegetables, they contain a lot of water content. Okay, water, when it mixes with the iron, you know that it leads to rust. Okay, it leads to oxidation and rust will form. So that will damage our wagon itself. So fruits and vegetables will contain a lot of water content, so they should not be used for loading. Okay, wagons should be thoroughly cleaned and dried before loading. This is also very important. That means when you are giving a wagon for loading, the rake should be thoroughly cleaned, because whenever we go to a hotel or whenever we go somewhere, we expect a clean environment. Whatever is left over should be clearly thoroughly cleaned, and then the new allotment of the wagon should be done for the next party. Okay, explosives should be Meena, please mute your microphone. Anybody wants to talk, you can unmute and talk. Explosive goods should be loaded only in powder wagons or covered wagons with wooden floors. That means explosive goods should be loaded only on wooden floored wagons, not on metal ones, because when you drag a explosive loaded container, there may be, if the floor is also made of metal, there may be sparks, which is very dangerous. Okay. When our wagon becomes due for return date, they should be utilized for loading articles towards the owning railway direction. What is the meaning of it? The meaning I will show you in a new Excel worksheet. So what it says is, suppose, okay, everybody is able to see my screen.
So I think if particular coaches belong to Western Railway, then it should be returned to Western Railway, and you should select the station
Yes.
so that we can return it to Western Railway.
Yes. Every wagon, on top of every wagon, you will see one small this thing called R. It is called R by.
Yes, sir, written Swap C.
2024. Then you will have the AP. AP is the Ashokpuram. Okay, Ashokpuram is the place in Mysore where you are sending your this thing. This will be given like R by 02/2024. Let us see. AP Ashokpuram. That means it should be returned. R is returned by February of 2024 to Ashokpuram depot for overhauling. Okay, so it is called overhauling. So whenever a rake is loaded by say 12/2023, in 12/2023 or 01/2024, if the rake is loaded containing that wagon should be loaded. That wagon should be supplied for loading towards Ashokpuram only and not the reverse direction. Meena, please mute. Bobby Kumar, please mute. Okay, so did you understand that? So that is the meaning of the word return date. Return date means when the wagon is due for overhauling, it should be sent in the proper direction towards that zone or division, so that it goes nearer and nearer to the workshop and it is easy. Okay, so that is about the selection of the wagon. Now that we have seen the selection of the wagon, we can go to the next part. My meeting is ending in 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes we will come back to the same this thing. So last time we did this classification of goods. Is anybody having doubts regarding the classification of the goods? Or do you want me to repeat the class again now?
So I didn't attend the last class. So
Pardon me?
I didn't attend the last class. I again had a court case and it was too late till by the time I got to the release.
Okay. This is a very important topic. So again I'll brush through it. See, in the railways we do not charge the same for all type of commodities. Unlike reservation office, where any person between the age of 12 to 100 or even more, forgetting concessions, everybody, whether he is mota hai, patla hai, Hindu hai, Christian hai, Jain hai, Muslim hai, male hai, female hai, kya to bhi ho, usko we charge the same rate, forgetting concessions. Is it not? But the same thing we cannot do in goods. In goods we have got a separate method of charging a commodity, and that is called classification. This classification I have dealt in detail in my last class, and I have posted the video also, you can see it. Basically, just brushing through it, it means that wagons, the commodity is charged based on the value of service, its usefulness to the economy, the type of wagon that is used to carry it, and all these things. So keeping in mind all those things, we have made a book. In that book we have told wheat will be charged at so and so class, rice will be charged at so and so class, oil will be charged at so and so class. By class we mean that for so many kilometers when you carry a commodity, we will be charging this much. Okay, now in another 7 minutes this session will close. The next session I'll show you the book where we have got the details of the rate and the distance and everything. That time you will understand better. I'll open an Excel and also show it to you. So that will give you a better idea as to how we are charging the goods in that one. Okay, so another 5 minutes is there. Before that I will tell you that the medium class, the 100 is the medium class. Whatever is below 100 is called as low rated. LR1, LR2, LR3, LR3A, and then we have 100A, 120A. Wherever this A is there, it is all below 100. So 100 is the base class. Then we have normal profit 110 to 160. Now 110 to 150 we have the normal profit. Then we have from 160 onwards to 200 we have the high rated commodity. Now every item when it comes to railways, whether it is salt or coal or iron and steel or paper or brick, okay, or cement, sand, like that, each we transport tens of thousands of types of commodities. Each commodity is charged at a different class for 100 kilometers, that is the slab. For every 100 kilometers, rice will be charged at 33 rupees 20 paise per ton, wheat will be charged at 24 rupees 30 paise per ton, salt will be charged at 8 rupees 20 paise per ton, and maybe petroleum will be charged at 180 rupees per ton for the same distance of 100 kilometers. Abraham, Selvi, are you able to understand the concept?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes.
Okay, so this session is getting over in 5 minutes. So in the next session, I'll give a very detailed explanation again, because many of you.
Sir, one more doubt, sir.
Yeah.
Commodities also having a grades, sir. Like in coal, there are some grades in that.
Yes, exactly. That is
Then how?
again, that also I will explain. That also I will explain. Last class I have taken, but last class I think you people have not attended. That also
Yes,
I
sir.
will tell.
Yes.
That also I will tell.
Okay.
See, that is called classification of goods. In the classification of goods, we have seen this classification of commodities has been given in the goods tariff part 1 volume 2 under 25 main heads. How many main heads are there? 25 main heads are there.
25.
In which book it is given? Goods tariff part 1.
24 or 25.
Yeah. 24 plus one main head. I'll tell you. So goods tariff part 1 volume 2. That is the book in which you will get this classification. Now the total number of classes is 24. The low rated one, you know, LR3A, LR3, LR2. LR means low rated. Then 100A, like that. So these are the low rated commodity. And then we have got a commodity which has not been included in any of the main commodities will be charged as per the type of wagon load as follows. That means if there is a new commodity in the market and we have not yet given a classification for that, for such commodities, when anything is loaded in a tank wagon, will charge at 200 class, flat wagon will charge at 180 class, open wagons will charge at 160 class, covered wagon will charge at 150 class. Now what are these classes? Just wait for 5 minutes. After the session is over, we will open a new tab. In that one I'll tell you, because right now it is very confusing for you. I understand that. Okay, just keep in mind that unlike ticketing, for goods we charge based not on the amount of quantity given. We charge on the base of the commodity. Every commodity we are charging differently, because each commodity's usefulness to the economy is different. Each commodity's value is different. Each commodity's the way we carry it is different. Okay, you are going to a shop. You find tomatoes. Tomatoes are there from 50 rupees a kg to 300 rupees a kg. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Why is there so much difference?
Yes,
Because
yes,
of the quantity. Because of the quantity, or from which country it is imported, or how red it is, how beautiful it is to look at, all these things. So whether it is again natural, farm tomato or natural tomato, whatever it is. So all these things are considered when we are charging a tomato. You can't say that every tomato we charge at the same rate, is it not? Same with apples. Like that here also we are charging differently for different commodities. Now another 2 minutes is there. We will close the session. I'll come to the new session. We will exit this session after it gets over. Okay, after this session gets closed. Now I will close this session and then I'll come back to that this thing. We will exit this. Okay, I'm ending this meeting. Come to the new meeting. Please use the same link to come.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll wait for 1 minute for everybody to join.
Yes, sir.
So, shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, uh, yeah. So, this is the book that we are talking about, Indian Railway Conference Association 49, Part 1, Volume 2. Part 1, Volume 2. What does this book contain? This book contains Goods Tariff 44 Vol 2 contains general classification of goods which are the authority. Goods Tariff 49 Part 2 contains the freight tables with effect from 2018. Okay, so this is the new freight table that we are having. So what do we see here? We see how each commodity is charged, कैसे चार्ज कर रहा है commodity को, इसका बारे में हम इधर देख सकेंगे. Who has not joined? Where is Meena? Meena, you are not joined? Meena has not joined. Just a minute, we'll just wait for 1 minute for people to join. 2 more people are yet to join. Okay. So लेट्स कैरी ऑन. सो इस किताब में क्या दिया है? इस किताब में दिया है कि हर चीज़ को कितना हम चार्ज कर रहे हैं, है ना. ये हिंदी में भी है, अंग्रेजी में भी है. इसको मैं दोबारा भेजूंगा, मैं पीडीएफ आपको, आप उसमें देख के पढ़ सकेगा, है ना. सो लेट अस सी व्हाट इज गिवन हियर एंड हाउ टू यूज दिस बुक. सो दिस बुक वी आर हैविंग मेन कमोडिटी हेड्स. व्हाट आर द मेन कमोडिटी हेड्स? वी हैव so many main commodity heads like this. Okay, so these are the main commodity heads we are having. You can see इसमें शामिल है एसिड्स, A to Z है, AZ sorted है. इसमें एसिड्स एंड अल्कोहल्स, alloys and metals, bricks and stones, सोडा, सीमेंट, केमिकल मैन्यूर, क्ले एंड सैंड, कोल, वैसे यहाँ तक हो जाएगा लास्ट स्टार्च तक, है ना. Anybody having a doubt regarding this particular thing? Anybody having a doubt regarding this particular point? Okay. Now what we
No,
are
sir.
okay. Now what we are seeing is how to charge these items. So these are the main heads. This is called the, you can see here, it is called as the main commodity head. Then when we come down, then 23rd is division A, electrical fittings, organic manure, like that. Yes, so this is the main sheet where we start the classification. Suppose we talk about acid and alcohol. यदि हम एसिड अल्कोहल का बारे में बात करेंगे, इसका मेन हेड है ये ग्रुप नंबर 1. ओके, इसमें जितना भी एसिड्स हो वो सब इधर दिखाएगा. एसिटिक एसिड, बेंजोइक एसिड, बोरिक एसिड, citric acid, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, spirit, sulfuric acid. Okay, these are all, you can see that these are all under one main head, and for that the base class rate, we will discuss only this last column now, the other columns we will discuss later on. The base class rate is 200. इसका मतलब क्या है, हम इसको 200 क्लास में चार्ज करेगा. Understood? We will be charging this. Meena, you are not able to hear me.
Now I am able to hear, sir.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so this is the main head called acid and alcohols. In that we have so many acids and alcohols. Everything will be charged at class 200. Now what is this 200? I'll tell you, just wait for some time. Okay, it is class 200. Just keep in mind, this is class 200 and 200 is the highest class. Okay, then next when we go for second column called alloys and metals, you can see here that in alloys and metals we have alloy steel, aluminium, brass, copper, ferrochrome, lead, silicon, tin, zinc, like that. All these Akshay Vankade, kindly mute. Akshay Vankade, kindly mute. Okay, so these are all the alloys. Okay, so you can see that, these are all the alloys and metals. Brass is there, copper is there, lead is there, silicon is there, tin is there, zinc is there. So all these are charged at class 180. Okay, keep this as 180. Right, now we will come to another something else called bricks and stones. You can see that bricks and stones are all clubbed together. All the bricks and stones are clubbed together, and you can see here granite is there, marble is there, slate is there, stone pillar is there, stone dust is there. So many are there. They are all charged under class. What is it? Anybody can tell me?
150.
150.
150. Like that. Okay. Can anybody tell name any commodity which you can think of?
Sugar, sir.
Sugar. Very good.
Fly ash bricks.
Sugar. See, sugar, whether it is raw cane sugar, sugar grade A, sugar grade B, sugar grade C, or sugar candy, they are all classified under 21 and charged under class 120 A. You know that wherever A is coming, it is a low rated commodity, because sugar is very important for human consumption, because we want to go to the doctor quickly and spend more money on diabetes medicines. We are charging it at 120 A. Okay, that is a low rated commodity. Okay, any other commodity?
Sir, fly ash bricks.
DOC, detailed oil cake.
De-oiled cake. See, fly ash. Fly ash is charged at again 120 A. You can see here that sugar and fly ash are clubbed together. Okay, because more sugar we eat, sooner will become ash. Okay, any other commodity? Anybody?
Salt.
See, salt is a peculiar commodity, because salt is such a important commodity that salt when used for human consumptions is under 19A. That is black salt, earth salt, iodized salt, non-refined salt, non-refined, non-iodized salt, refined iodized. All these are charged at 100A, which is again, A means low rated commodity, that means we charge less. But 19B, salt for industrial use, that means salt is also used in industry. When salt is used in industry, maybe biscuit industry or so many other industries use salt for as a one of the reagents. When salt is used in the industrial use, it is charged at what class?
120.
120, sir.
Where A is a low rated commodity, where A 100A is a very low rated commodity, that means you are charging very less. When salt is there for industrial use, you are charging at class
120.
120.
120.
Okay. Any other commodity anybody wants to say quickly?
Limestone.
Limestone.
Limestone 160 class.
देखूंगा.
Limestone 160 class. 145.
See here. See, all these are coming under these minerals and ores and other than iron ore. So for in that we have got one called 114C, 14.2C. In that limestone is there, lime powder, limestone chips and limestone. They are all charged at class 145. Now you know now what is a class. So if somebody brings a commodity, then at what charge you class him? You classify that commodity. Now you find out this. Can anybody come for one last time? Any other commodity?
Fly ash, sir. Fly ash.
Already dealt with. Next.
Gypsum.
See here. Gypsum. So chemical gypsum, gypsum in lumps, gypsum powder, marine gypsum, all these gypsum is charged under class 150. Like that, if somebody brings a commodity to you, then for charge.
जो भी सर लेक्चर दे रहा उसका फोटो भी नहीं दिख रहा
क्या
इसका फोटो दिखना चाहिए ना ये सर
का फोटो को मैं ऑफ करके कौन बात कर रहे हैं Who is speaking? iPhone. Who is iPhone? Sarka.
Start video.
सर का चेहरा इतना अच्छा नहीं है दिखने के लिए, इसके लिए सर का चेहरा को बंद करके रखा है. Okay. So anybody else ready to tell any other commodity one last time?
Imported coal.
Onion also I'll come back. 1 minute. Coal. See, coal, many types of coals are there. Okay. So, coal and coke we are having a, 1 second. Coal and coke. For coal and coke, we have got a separate fare table for itself. Okay. It is called commodity for coal and coke. We have got a separate rate list for that. Okay. Anybody else? See here. Coking coal imported. Coking coal imported is charged at 145A. Who has coking coal imported? Okay. See here how many coal is there. For coal and coke, we have got so many types: coal dust, coal fine, coal shale, government railway account coal, then imported coal, then metallurgical coke, everything like that. Okay. Then runoff mines, that means from the iron ore mines, whatever coal is coming out. Steam coal imported. They are all charged under class.
Powerhouse is coal.
Yeah, powerhouse coal is also there. That is what washery coal, no?
Okay.
145A. Okay, fine. That is it. So, like that, we are having this big book. In this big book, everything that you can think of is written. Wherever it is not written, wherever any commodity is not written, then we go by what I told you in the book earlier, that whenever a new type of commodity is coming. If it is loaded in tank wagon, charge 200, flat wagon 180, open wagon 160, covered wagon 150 class. Till the railways give it a classification. After the railway gives it a classification, then according to that classification we will be charging it. Okay. Now, having known the classification, now you know, see, for example, somebody books crane or boiler or machinery part, then it will be charged at what class?
100, sir.
100. Okay, like that we have got here. See, rapeseed, oil seed, linseed, soya bean seed, all 120 class. Somebody asked onion. No, onion. So onions is coming under the head fruits and vegetables. Banana, garlic, dates, mango, orange. Orange is started at LR3. You know that LR3 means low rated, very low amount of charge we are doing. We have got for pickles, we have got for chilies, like that. Okay, right. Now this is the end of it. Now you know that when somebody brings a when somebody brings
RMC will loaded in which class, sir?
Yes, I'll tell
Railway
you.
material.
Railway material is having a separate classification. I will tell you.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and okay, now we'll go ahead. So now you know that whenever a party brings a new commodity, whenever commodity is bought for loading, the first book you have to see is this book. From this book you will get the class. After getting the class, what you have to do? After getting the class, you have to find out the freight. To find out the freight, what do? You go to this. The same book we have got. What is this? Can anybody read it?
Freight rate table.
This Indian Railway Conference Association, in the same book, it has given the freight rate table also. Now let us say that somebody is bringing one commodity, and that commodity is, let us say, this soapstone. Soapstone is charged at what class?
160
class. Okay, so now we go to soapstone. Okay, class is, what is the class?
160.
160. Right. 1 second, let me make it bigger so that you can understand it. Delete this, make all this big. Okay, so soapstone class is 160. Then now we will see the rate. How do we know the rate? We know the class, we know the commodity. Now we have to find the rate of that commodity. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
We are
Yes,
buying tomato. Tomato is costing 160 rupees. What is the charge we have to do? For getting the charge, what is the next thing that you have to do? You have to know the distance. Okay?
Yes,
You find out the rate, then you find out the distance also. Okay? So now if the distance is 2500 kilometers, okay, we have to send soapstone. It is charged at class 160 for 2500 kilometers. 2500 किलोमीटर का दूर का एक गांव को उसको भेजना चाहता है. अभी इसको कैसे भेजना है, कैसे इसका रेट देखना है. अभी ये फ्रेट टेबल को आके see here, this freight rate table is, we know that there are so many classes from the lowest class LR3 to 200. First part of the table is from LR3 to 110. First part of the table is from where to where?
LR3 to 110.
Yes, LR3 to 110. Okay, so you can see here on the screen, distance is here on the leftmost, class LR3, LR2, LR1, 100, 110. Okay, what is given here? फ्रेट रेट पर टन. एक टन लेके जाने के लिए हम कितना चार्ज कर रहे हैं? ये स्लैब है 1 से 100 तक. अभी एक हम let us assume that we have to collect rice which is at 100 class or LR2. Let us assume. Okay, so Rice LR2 for 2500 kilometers. What will be the charge? How do we calculate it? We go to this table here. We see LR2 here. It is the third column. What is the distance?
2500.
हाँ, इधर नीचे आके, हाँ नीचे आके आके 2500 किलोमीटर इधर है, दिख रहे हैं?
1622.50.
Exactly. We will write the rate as 1622.50. That is the rate. What is the rate? Rate per
ton.
per
Rate
ton.
per ton.
Okay. Now we got the rate per ton. यहाँ तक anybody having doubt till here?
Oh, no, sir, no.
No.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, this is rate per ton, right, sir?
Yes.
And if the party is demanded to wagon or train, the rate will be different, right?
Yes, the rate will be different. Right now we are dealing only with train load. I will tell you
For
wagon
train
load
load,
also.
right?
Yes.
Sir, this rate is only for train load, right, sir?
Yes. Suppose then how to calculate? Wait. Number of wagons.
Number of wagons, right?
Let us collect 42 BCN wagons.
Okay, sir.
Okay. My screen is visible for all of
Right.
you.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Number of wagons is 42. Okay.
Right.
Then
Right.
the carrying capacity of each wagon.
Okay.
Let us assume that each wagon, the carrying capacity is 50 tons. All these are assumptions. All these are assumptions only for the sake of
Okay, sir.
this class, है ना? सिर्फ ये
Okay,
क्लास
sir.
के लिए, एग्जाम्पल के लिए समझो कि ये 50 हो गया. अभी
Okay.
टोटल वेट कितना हुआ? टोटल वेट
42 into 50.
एग्जैक्टली इज इक्वल टू
21.
42 into
Into
2100.
so what will be
2100. 2100.
2100. Now we will calculate the freight. So what will be the freight? The freight will be 2100 so much weight into this rate per ton.
1622.5.
So this will be the freight. This freight is
Okay,
called
so
the
this
base
is a freight for entire train, right, sir?
This will be
No,
called
no,
the
basic freight.
this is called the base freight. There are so many other additions like GST and surcharges and other things that we are not talking here. We are calculating only the base freight. Just like in a ticket, you have got the base fare, and then for that you will put reservation charge, you will put surcharge, you will put supplementary charge for super fast trains. If there is dynamic pricing, you will put dynamic, everything like that. Here also, this is the basic freight. Till here, anybody having any doubt? How we got this money? Anybody having any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Everybody has understood clearly how we got this? Very important to know. Meena?
Yes, sir, no doubt.
No doubt. Anybody else? Mahajan? Rohit Mahajan?
No, sir. Got it.
Got it. Very
Sir,
good.
one more thing. Sir, 1 minute. Yeah. Sometimes we talk about the CC plus 8 like that.
Yes. See. Whenever I take a class, Meena, I tell you only one thing. सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक. अभी हम लड़की देखने के लिए जा रहा है. अभी लड़की पसंद होना, लड़की को शादी होना, लड़की का शादी हो जाने के बाद कुछ काम करना, बाद में बच्चे पैदा होना, बच्चे का नाम बाद में रखना. अभी क्यों बच्चे का नाम का सोच रहे हैं? अभी
ठीक है.
अभी हम कदम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं ना. Let us wait.
As of now, it is clear.
Yes, that is exactly what I wanted to say. So, for rice charged at LR2, The rate per ton you got from this book here. You saw here how you got this rate per ton. After getting that 1622.5, you're getting the next is the distance, then the number of wagons, then the carrying capacity of the wagon, then the total weight, then the base freight. Now let us calculate real time one commodity for a real distance. Let us say I am carrying for 3200 let us say I am carrying for 1745 kilometers. Okay, I am carrying let me give anybody tell a commodity. Let us work it out.
Bag cement.
Molasses.
Bag
Molasses.
cement.
Okay, let us calculate molasses first. Okay, so we come here to this. First, what we have to see? We have to see molasses under what classification it is going to be there. Right. So we put the word here. What is the spelling? It is giving wrong. MOL, single L.
MOL.
See, molasses. See, molasses is charged under class number
150.
150. Okay. So we first get this one important. The second thing is 150. We got the class. Then after getting the class and the distance, we go back to this book. Very simple book. Don't get perturbed by it. Very simple book. You go to the class 150. Where is 150?
150 class.
You go for 150 class. So this is 120 to 150. Somewhere here it should be there. So what is the distance we are looking at?
1750.
So you go to that 1750 and be careful when you are scrolling the finger. When you are scrolling the finger, when you are scrolling the finger, you should be very careful because this is the last column. If you are ये जी आप उंगली लेके आने के टाइम पे आप इस तरफ को उस तरफ को आ गया तो बहुत कम या बहुत ज़्यादा कस्टमर से आप लेता है. आप इम्पोर्टेंट रहना. क्लास 150 ये है मेरा क्लास 150 लास्ट कॉलम पे है और मेरा डिस्टेंस है इधर 1750. द रेट इज
2563.80.
यस
2563.80.
point. No, whenever a decimal is there, the second decimal should be read out. 2563.80. Okay. 2563.80. We have got all this thing. Suppose I am loading 58 wagons and the carrying capacity of each wagon is 62. First I calculate the total weight. 58 wagons into 62 tons. This is the total weight I am getting. Then I calculate what is the weight into rate per ton. So this will be the freight charge. 92,19,425 rupees for 58 wagons, each having a carrying capacity of 62 metric tons, for molasses, which is charged at class 150, and rate per ton is 2,563 rupees 80 paise, and the distance is 1745 kilometers. Is it clear how we have come across this one?
Yes, sir.
Anybody
Sir,
having
one doubt, sir. I have one doubt. Sir, I have one doubt.
ఎవరండి చెప్పండి.
Meena.
మీనా చెప్పండి.
Sir, while calculating the rate, for calculating the rate, you are adding to the next higher 5 rupees or 2 rupees. Like what is that?
Again I'm telling you, this is the base freight. Wait. There are still more calculations to go before we round off. Rounding off will always be done in the end.
Acha.
All the rounding off will be. I'll go one by one. There are too many other things to go ahead.
Okay.
I told you that joke, no? Keep that joke in mind always.
Okay.
Okay. Shall we go for one more called cement? Shall we go for cement?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Let us take 2000 and 27 kilometers. Again in 10 minutes this class will end, we will come back again. 2027 kilometers, 58 wagons, 61 is the, let us say that the carrying capacity is 61 tons. Now we have to, what we have to find out first?
Classification of goods.
Yes, we have to find the class. So what class we are charging the cement? What is that? Cement, this is the main head cement. Cement is charged at 140 A. 140 A. It is not 140, it is 140 A. Be very careful. 140 and 140 A are different classes. 140 A is a low rated commodity. 140 is a high rated commodity. So what is the class for cement? 140
A.
140 A. Okay. Now this 140 A, what is the rate per ton? We have to go back to this book. Yes, we have to go back to this book. Go to the bottom. The lower portion of the book is containing classification. वहाँ ढूंढना 140 A कहाँ है ना? इसको 140 A.
I think this one.
ये देखो 140 A है ना? Okay?
Yes, sir. Middle one.
So what is the distance? What is the distance?
2027.
2027.
27. 2027 will be this one, right?
Right, sir.
Now here, whether we are charging train load or wagon load?
So train load.
We are
Yes.
talking about train load.
Yes, we are talking about train load. We have got 58 wagons, so train load. So for train load, this is the column that we have to look at. In this column,
27.
So what is the rate?
Below
2581.20.
Pardon?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. 2581.20.
2581.20, sir.
2581.20.
Sir.
No, 2027 kilometer. See the distance.
2027,
Distance is
no, no.
2027. So for
Oh,
20,
sir.
2027,
Right, right.
देखो आप गलत किया तो आप एक्सेस चार्ज करेगा या कम चार्ज करेगा कस्टमर से. सो इट इज 2437.80. 2437.80. Okay, now we know how to calculate. We have to calculate the total weight. The total weight will be number of wagons multiplied by the weight. So this is the total weight. Then when we get the weight, we calculate the total weight into rate per ton.
86 lakhs 24,936.
Okay, so now you know how we calculate. We have seen that we do rice, molasses, cement, each and every commodity in railway we are charging differently. Why we are charging differently? Because the carrying the way we carry the commodity is different, the way we treat the commodity is different, the number of wagons required is different, है ना? हर एक आदमी का जो गुड्स में ले रहे हैं उसको हम अलग अलग से चार्ज कर रहे हैं. इसका मुताबिक फ्रेट चार्ज भी देखो 34 लाख से 92 लाख करोड़ों तक चले जाएगा, है ना? आप बहुत होशियार रहना. इधर 1-2 रुपए का कम किया तो इफ यू इवन मेक 5 रुपीज लेस. सी लेट मी कीप दिस हियर, लेट मी कॉपी दिस एंड कीप दिस हियर, है ना? And let me just make this only 2 rupees difference. Let me make this 5. Then देखो कितना फर्क पड़ा. What is the difference? आपका जेब से इतना पैसे डालना पड़ेगा. Okay, get my point. Only 2 rupees difference per ton will make 7,000 rupees difference for you. So you should be very careful when you are टेकिंग द रेट पर टन। आजकल पूरा फॉइस में आ गया है, फॉइस में बहुत आसान हो गया, आपका दिमाग का कोई काम नहीं है, बत्ती जलने दिमाग का बत्ती जलने का काम ही नहीं है, मगर आप होशियार रहना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। ओके, I think this session is closing in 4 minutes. We'll take one more commodity. Any other commodity, anybody? We'll just go through one more example.
Petroleum.
Petrol. Okay. So petrol. Go back to this book. This is the only book that we need. PETROL. Petrol. So many things will be there. You have to be very careful. See here, petroleum products and gases. In that we have got high speed diesel, naphtha, methane gas. Petrol is motor speed 180 A. Petrol is charged at 180 A. So now give me a distance, any distance you can quote.
7,500.
1506 kilometers. Okay, this is the distance I am giving. 1506 kilometers. You have to go to that table containing 180A. Go down slowly, you can go down. In the same book, go for 180A. Search for 180A. है ना, इधर ढूंढना 180A कहाँ आता है, आप ढूंढना पड़ेगा। See, there will be 180 here. Don't go for this. This 180 is different. 180A is different. आप क्या ढूंढना, 180 A को ढूंढना। ये 120 हो गया। अभी नीचे आना, आहिस्ता देखो 180A आ गया।
Yes, sir.
हाँ, हमारा डिस्टेंस क्या है,
1506.
1506.
हाँ, see here, this is this slab entering 1500. We have to go to the next slab. This slab we have to come here. What is the rate?
26.9.
Yes, 2626.9. So we come back here, 2626.90. Okay, now petrol will be transported by a rake having 50 BTPN, usually 50 BTPN. Let us assume that it is 35 tons. Okay, only for calculation purposes. So first we calculate the weight, number of wagons into the weight, we get this one,
1750.
then we calculate rate per ton into 1750. This will be the freight.
90. 45 lakhs 97,075.
Yeah, this meeting is ending. I'll come back with a new link. See you there. Okay, am I audible? Kirtana, who is Kirtana? You are only Kirtana.
My name is Krishnaveni.
Krishnaveni.
Yes,
Okay.
my daughter name is Kirtana.
What is your what are you working as?
Commercial clerk,
Commercial clerk?
Yeah, Chief Commissioner.
Where?
Nungamakam, sir.
Oh, Nungambakam. Okay, you're in the booking office.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. So shall we start? How many people joined? 15 people. So, yeah, another 1 minute I'll wait. Nice to know so many people are there interested to learn about goods because it's a really difficult subject. When you go for an exam, definitely goods will be the focus, because 75% of more than 68% of our revenue is coming from goods. So don't be afraid of goods. It is nothing at all. It is just like coaching. Only some rules are there. If you know the rules, then you can do. Just like people if you ask people over in goods clerk for so many years, if you ask them to go for ticket checking, they cannot do. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
यदि आप
Definitely.
आप समझो कि आप पायलट है ना, आप हर दिन A380 प्लेन को चल रहे, उसको आके एक खेत में ट्रैक्टर में बिठा के आप इसको छोड़ो बोलो तो क्या करेगा? वो होता नहीं है ना. He cannot drive a tractor unless he is practiced driving with a tractor. And we cannot tell him, अरे यार हर दिन आप एरोप्लेन में ही you are flying an aircraft alone and you are not able to ride this tractor, what is this? He cannot, because he does not know. Like that, each person has got his strength and weakness. We have to learn the other trades also. That is why I am taking this goods class. Don't worry, it will all come to you. इसको डरने के लिए या कुछ अजीब लगने के लिए कुछ भी नहीं. गुड्स में बहुत आसानी का सब्जेक्ट है. आप जब भी आपका रूल्स रेगुलेशंस जो है आप मन में आ गए तो बस आराम से आप गुड शेड में भी वर्क करेगा. और गुड्स का एग्ज़ाम जो है, किसी एग्ज़ाम है तो गुड्स में आप बहुत अच्छा लिख सकेगा, है ना. सो डोंट बी अफ्रेड ऑफ गुड्स. सो okay, now shall we go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So today we saw how we are charging a commodity. Now we will come to one website, Indian Railways website, where we can get the freight charge directly. Okay, last time I have taken this class, but I think the website is called Rail Sahai. Okay, this is the Rail Sahai in FOIS. Our own freight operation information system is having it. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, इसमें इधर आ गया तो वेलकम टू इंडियन रेलवे फ्रेट सर्विसेज. देन so this is the Indian Railway. Indian Railways is the backbone of the country's logistics sector. We carry more than 1.4 billion tons of freight every year, over 68,000 kilometers. Our network is touching every nook and corner of the country. We play a crucial role in facilitating balanced and inclusive socio-economic development of the country. We carry almost all the commodities: coal, iron, food grain, cement, etc. We are proud to serve more than 9,000 customers. So daily we are loading 1,329 rakes. We are indenting 3,000 rakes a day. We have 3,50,000 wagons and 15,000 locomotives or engines. We have 1,500 customers who are e-payment. Okay, so this is a very nice website. It is our own railway website. You can see what and all we transport. Here we have got a freight calculator. Okay, I will show you what it is. So we have got frequently asked questions. What are the different stages of cargo booking? You can register the demand online from the place of your convenience using our e-demand service. इसका मैं पूरा क्लास लिया है, आपका वीडियो देख सकता है. फर्स्ट यू हैव टू गेट योरसेल्फ रजिस्टर्ड. Then after registering, you can get the booking. Then you can select a wagon also. So anybody wants to know how to select a wagon? Anybody wants to know how to select a wagon?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, please.
Okay. So now that we have indented, before we book the wagon, we like to know what type of wagon we have to ask. For that we have got a wagon selecting tool. I'll go to the wagon selector tool. Okay, anyway, it's blocking it. So find the right wagon. So you can name any commodity. Anybody name any commodity?
Cement.
Cement. In that, what type of cement? Plain cement?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll go for plain cement. See, it is searching and it is telling me 5 covered wagons are there. How many it is telling? 5 type of covered wagons. It is telling BCN wagon, BCN HL wagon. These are the most common wagons used. Okay, and then these two are privately owned wagons, CCW and CCW. Okay, now how many of you know what is BCN, what is BCN HL? I have done a class on it. Anybody aware of it?
Yeah, very good. Yes, sir.
A class
Sir,
we have.
can you please explain this difference, sir, BCN and BCNH, please?
BCN ordinary BCN होगा, HL high तो कैपेसिटी ज्यादा होगा HL का. और
how is this wagon named? Does anybody know how is this wagon named? What is BCN? Can anybody explain?
Bogie covered.
Bogie covered air brake. Fantastic. Bogie covered air brake. So how do we get that? For those who are new to the class, please visit this website called IRFCA. Meena and others who are new to the class, go to this one.
Yes, sir.
Go to this website IRFCA. Go to the word explore. After going to explore, go to freight wagons.
Okay.
So, how are freight cars classified? Each and every wagon is having a code. Okay, I will run through quickly in 5 minutes. The N means narrow gauge, M means meter gauge. The first alphabet B means bogie wagon. Okay, then these are other nomenclatures. Okay. So when you see the word BCN, the second word is called covered. C means covered. Can you see this? C is covered.
Yes,
covered.
O is open. Okay. Go to this website and you will get a lot of information. So when you say BCN, it should immediately say bogie wagon, covered wagon, and N is air braked. That is the braking type. Okay, so that is the brake type. N is air braked. Here you can see. Can you see here? N is air braked.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So H, whenever the H comes, heavy load. Like that, every wagon, and this beautiful website, Box and Wagon, it is giving the picture of the wagon. It is telling all about the wagon. Like that, this page is very, very long page. Every wagon you can think of, it is having there with the picture. You can see it. So what is BOST? Bogie, open. What is S? Side. Okay, Meena, you are able to understand that. See.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, when you are going for a train, when you go for a train and you see this 12627, what it tells you? It tells you that second number 2 means super fast. 22667. When it is 22, it means it is either Rajdhani or Shatabdi or something like that. When it is 04344, it tells you that it is a special train. Yes or no? It tells 0 means special train. Then holiday special. Like that for goods also we have got a nomenclature. If you read this, you can get a better view. Whenever the word T is there, it is a tank wagon. When it is S, it is a side discharge wagon. When there is the F, it is a flat wagon. Okay.
Flat wagon, yes.
Like this, wagons are classified. Now let us come back to our class. Going back to our class, I put cement. I asked cement. Cement, it is telling BCN and BCNHL. It is telling me what is the tear. What is the meaning of tear of a wagon? Anybody can tell what is a tear?
Weight.
Empty wagon weight, sir.
Exactly.
Weight of the empty wagon.
Yes. So the weight of the empty wagon is called the tear. Now can you see the funny thing? BCN wagon is having small wagon. What is the weight?
23.5 tons, sir.
Whereas BCNHL, which can carry double, what is the weight?
19.8 tons.
Why? Because this is made of iron, this is made of an alloy. Okay, this is
yes, sir.
what is the advantage if the weight is less?
We can carry more, sir. More commodity, more weight.
We can, the fuel cost will be less. We cannot carry more commodity. If the weight of the empty wagon is less, we can carry more. The fuel consumption will be less or more. Less. But you can see here the funny thing. The carrying capacity of this BCN wagon is only 61 to 66 tons, whereas the BCNHL, although it weighs only 20 tons, it can still carry 66 to 70 tons. Okay, and it is telling me the standard size for BCN is 42 wagons and the standard size for HL is 58 wagons. That means a party has to request for 42 wagons if it is BCN, and BCNHL means 58 wagons. Okay, and it is also telling how many wagons we are having in Indian Railways. 38,000 BCN wagons is there and 20,000 HL wagons is there. Now I will choose the wagon. Okay. Hello, everybody.
Yes, sir.
So I can. So मैं चुन सकता हूँ किस wagon मुझे होना है. So this is the wagon. Any other commodity anybody wants to tell?
Fly ash, sir. Fly ash.
When I say fly ash, it is searching for what are the wagon type available, and it is telling open wagon, 2 covered wagons are there and 3 open wagons are there. Boxen HL, Boxen BCCW and Boxen R and BTAP. So these are the type of wagons it is telling. Then I can choose the wagon. Now I will go and tell you how to calculate the freight.
Sir, one doubt, sir. So this option will be given to the party, or we will only select the type of wagon, sir?
The party will choose the type of wagon he wants. If the wagon is available, we will give him. If the wagon is not there, we cannot give him.
Okay.
Now in the same voice we have got what is called as a freight calculator. I am in that screen now. I have just typed freight calculator from some station SGW. I am calculating from ICDW. You can name any goods shed. Anybody name any goods shed?
NGPM, sir.
NGPM.
Yes, sir.
Nidagunta Palam. Okay, what is the wagon type that you want?
Sir, Boxen, sir.
Boxen?
Yes, sir. Boxen.
What type of commodity? General tariff, low rated, ABC, which one? We'll stick with general. Okay, give me the name of a commodity in Boxen wagon.
Fly ash, sir. Fly ash.
Fly ash, I think it is not taking directly. 1 minute. Invalid commodity. So we have to give the correct commodity to it. Okay.
Sir, bagged consignment, sir.
We'll go for something called cement. Let us see. Cement, it is picking up. Let us see again. Okay, cement. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And when I calculate the freight, see here, it is giving automatically. It is giving the complete freight to me. It is telling me 59 wagon rake. Wagon load classification, it is telling here. What is the wagon load? I will make the screen little bigger. Can you see what it is telling?
Yes, sir.
Wagon load 140B, train load 140A. Then what are the shortest route? Via Bangarpet, Jolarpet, Katpali, Melkakam. The distance is 458 kilometers. Then here you can see very nicely it is giving the rates. I will increase this font and I will show it to you nicely. See here.
Yes,
Charged
sir.
class rate, wagon load, train load, 140B, 140A. Then what is the base freight? We have seen what is base freight. Everybody we have seen.
Yes, sir. 716.40.
Then
45.80.
Then what is called as NTR or normal tariff rate. That is so much. Then other charges. What are the other charge? When you hover your mouse over there, development charge and destination terminal charges. That is so much rupees. Then rebate. What is the rebate that you have given? If it is traditional empty flow direction, that rebate automatically it has come 129 rupees 16 paise rebate it is given because it is an empty flow direction, but we are sending cement. Then the freight rate works out to be 563.9. Okay, so 645.8 plus this charge we have added and this charge we have minus. So we are come to the rate of 568 rupees 93 paise for train load. Total chargeable weight 4012. Okay.
Yes, sir.
How this 4012 has come? 59 wagons into 68.
Yes, sir.
59 into 68. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is equal to 59 into
68.
what is the answer I got?
4012.
How did you get 4012? Anybody having doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Then we get the total freight here. The total freight works out to be 22,82,547.16.
0.16, sir.
Meena, now we are coming to your this thing rounding off. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Final freight 22,82,517.16. 16. Then GST we are putting, and the final freight will be 23,96,676 rupees. Okay. Now you know how to find out the freight of any commodity.
Yes, sir.
We'll see another commodity also now. Now there is one small PDF here. Can anybody see this PDF?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is visible.
Now I am putting it to my desktop. Freight calculator. I am saving it. It is already saved. Now I will show you what it is. Is it visible on the screen?
Yes, sir.
What is the date? Today's date. From Inland Container Depot to Nidaguntapalam. Wagon type Boxen. Bogie open wagon air brake. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
What is the commodity? Cement. Distance
Cement.
so much.
450. Yes, sir.
Rake, piecemeal, mini rake, 59 wagons. Permissible carrying capacity 68 tons. So whatever we discussed, it is coming in PDF form here.
PDF format. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is a very, very beautiful website. You people can go through and learn it. Many of you ticket checking staff, reservation office clerks, you may not be aware of this. This is a very, very important website where everybody can learn. Okay. JG, any doubts?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Now we will go for one more commodity. Any other station? Good station? Nidavanda. Okay. Any other
Jogeshwari
station?
Terminus, Mumbai.
Huh?
Jogeshwari Terminus, Mumbai, sir.
What is the code?
JOS.
No, sorry. JOS.
Sir, JOS. J. Sir, J for Julie. JOS.
Hey, don't.
Okay, sir. J for Jakarta.
Yes.
Don't tell Julie, yaar.
Yes, sir,
Mind will go
yes.
somewhere. Okay. What is the wagon type? BCN?
Box wagon, sir. Take. Yes, sir.
BCN HL?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Commodity?
So take it weight.
Bricks?
Weight or rice, whatever.
Okay. Now I will carry bricks from Nidavanda to Jogeshwari and then I will try to calculate the freight. We already know how this will work. So I will first reduce it to the minimal and then I will expand it. So Nidavanda to Jogeshwari, 58 is the rake capacity for BCNHL. The permissible carrying capacity is 70 tons. The classification, I will increase the font now. So wagon load is charged at 130 W and train load is at 130 class. The route is YPR YNK so and so. The distance is 1205. Meena, CC plus 8.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it is already taken into consideration that it is CC and 8. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Then we are coming for that. This table. Charged weight 130 for train load. Then basic freight 1692.8. We can verify this. What is the distance here? The distance is 1205 and the class is 130. Can you go back here? Class is 130. Can we see here? Class 130. What is the distance?
1205.
Yes, sir. 1205 distance.
Class
So
130.
1205.
Sir, 1692.80.
Can you see here 1268.90? Sorry, 1692.80.
Yes, sir.
Can you see here 1692.80?
Yes, sir.
So how you know now how
Yes, sir.
this charge came? Once this charge
Yes,
came,
yes,
the
sir.
other things are easy. Development charge, originating terminal charge, destination terminal charge, everything is put here. We have rubbed everything in his head, poor fellow. Finally, we have told the freight rate is 1817.44. What are these charges? I will explain to you later on. Meena and others who will take one more class, explain what is development charge, originating charge, destination charge.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
explain another day. So,
Okay, sir.
then total chargeable weight 4060. How this 4060 came? You know that
Total number of wagons into PCC, sir. Permissible carrying capacity.
Is equal to 58 into 4060.
60.
Everything is pure mathematics, very easy for you to understand, nothing at all. So 4060,
Yes,
you come here, then
Yes,
total
yes,
chargeable weight, then total freight. Total freight you know how to calculate this.
Yes,
4060 into 1817.44. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
1817.44 into 4060. This I will paste it here. Then this I will calculate is equal to this into this. 73,78,804.6. Okay, that will be the what is come here. Okay.
Total, yes, sir. Right.
Yes, sir.
Then GST we have charged and this is the total freight. Now after everything is over, I can simply put this fellow here, desktop. I will save it and then I will open it. See here, freight calculator, Nidavanda to Jogeshwari, type of wagon BCNHL, bogie covered air brake. The commodity is bricks, distance is so much. We got the freight table here. Very easy है ना, बहुत आसान, कुछ भी
Sir,
कठिन
1
नहीं है.
minute, 1 minute, sir.
Take
One
2
doubt,
minutes.
sir.
Take 2 minutes.
No. Sir, I want to know the rounding of the last final figure. How it is rounded off.
Okay, it is always.
Yeah.
It is, see, this is 40 and 0.6, no, it is rounded up to
Yes.
the next higher rupee. Next higher rupee.
Higher rupee. Acha.
If you total both of them, it will come to 7747,746.40, that you have rounded off to the next higher rupee. In ticketing, next higher 5 rupees. But here rounding off rules is little different. Okay.
Next higher rupee. Okay.
Anybody having any doubts still here? You can ask me. Very easy, freight calculating and all, very easy. Nowadays, now you come to know how easy it is. No, first you have to find out the commodity. Once you find out the commodity, you have to find out the classification. You can just use one single book. एक किताब में आपका पूरा मिल जाएगा, है ना. इसका क्या, ये जो इधर क्या लिखा है, ये क्या है कमोडिटी और इसका क्लासिफिकेशन क्या है, ये पता होने के बाद आप डिस्टेंस मन में रखना. डिस्टेंस मन में रखने के बाद नीचे आके उसी क्लास का उतना डिस्टेंस को कितना हो रहा है, आप उंगली ठीक से रखना, बहुत होशियारी से रहना कि ये क्लास रेट क्या है, उसी कॉलम में आप नीचे आना, गलत मत करना, है ना. बी वेरी केयरफुल. दिस बुक कंटेन्स ऑल द फ्रेट रेट टेबल्स फॉर ऑल द क्लासेस. Be very careful when you are running down the column, left and right, you have to be very careful. You will come to the rate per ton. When you come to the rate per ton, use this method easily to calculate the freight. After calculating the freight, you have to put the other charges like development charge or terminal charges if it is there. Finally, you have to come to the GST and put it if it is available. Any doubts? Take 2 minutes of your time, let it go through your mind, then you can ask a question. Everybody.
Sir, voice లో ఒకవేళ రాంగ్ తీసుకుంటే సార్,
voice లో wrong తీసుకుంటే, in our railway rule it is telling that even if the computer is wrong, railway employee is responsible because he has to check before giving the yes answer. So voice usually
select చేయాలి కదా సార్.
if at all there is a mistake in voice, you have to correct it.
ఎందుకంటే యాక్చువల్లీ మన సనత్ నగర్ దగ్గర ఉంది సార్, గూడ్స్ లైన్ అమ్మగూడ వాయా అమ్మగూడని చార్జ్ చేయాలి. ఒక్కొక్కసారి వాయిస్ ఏం చేస్తుందంటే వాయా సికింద్రాబాద్ తీసుకుంటుంది, 5 కిలోమీటర్ డిఫరెన్స్ లో క్లాస్ రేట్ మారుతుంది. అయితే షార్ట్ క్లాస్ లో చార్జ్ చేస్తుంది వాయిస్, అది ఒకసారి చెక్ చేసుకుంటా ఉంటాం మేము. యాక్చువల్ నేను గూడ్స్ లో చేశాను, అది మేము ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ ఇన్వర్డ్ కానీ అవుట్వర్డ్ కానీ మాన్యువల్ గా చూసుకుంటా ఉంటాం మేము.
See, it is very important that you check manually. Let me tell you why. Because many a times what happens is that sometimes that freight charge is given in the voice may be wrong. If it is wrong, then you have to correct it and give it. If you don't correct it and give it, you cannot claim for this thing. When auditor comes or vigilance comes, you cannot claim. See, what happens is there is a station called Tondebavi. Tondebavi was having one siding that they did not calculate the distance end to end. Okay, end to end calculation was not done. They calculated only up to Tondebavi station. So దాదాపు 6 kilometers తక్కువ పడింది. Lakh crores of rupees debit was raised. Fortunately we know that person was a siding owner, so they could clear it. Otherwise that fellow would have gone home. Okay, so we should be very careful. Okay, any other doubts? Somebody is questioning. Prabhu, yes, Prabhu is asking some doubt. What is the doubt, Prabhu? Prabhu, any doubt? Okay, he just wanted to tell hello to me. Anybody else? Any doubts? Shall we go further?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now this meeting is again also going to end. I can come back for another session. Anybody is okay for another session, or shall we close?
Another session, sir, if possible.
Okay.
Another session.
One more session, sir, further.
Okay, we'll go for we'll continue it. Any ladies wants to cook, you can go and cook and serve us also food. So this website, you please go, you can read this website. Very beautiful website is there, where you can get the type of wagon that is there, what are the carrying capacity, everything like that. Okay, now let us go back to our class. The thing is, now that we have seen what are the classification for each type of commodity and how to charge for the commodity. Now we are coming to one important thing called weight condition. That means the loadability inside the wagon. Not all wagons we can load for the same amount. Each and every wagon in Indian Railway is having a separate weight condition based on many factors. The first factor is of course the material out of which the wagon is made of, है ना, वो स्टील में किया है या कुछ एल्यूमिनियम में किया है या अलॉय में किया है, वो पहली बात होता है. दूसरा बात होता है कि क्या लोड कर रहा है उसमें, क्या कमोडिटी लोड कर रहा है उसमें, वो भी मन में रखना. ये सब मन में रख के हर एक वैगन का टाइप को हम कैरिंग कैपेसिटी बोल रहे हैं, है ना. ये कैरिंग कैपेसिटी के बारे में अभी हम बात कर रहे हैं. इट इज़ कॉल्ड द वेट कंडीशन. वेट कंडीशन मीन्स लोडेबिलिटी ऑफ अ कमोडिटी इनसाइड ऑफ द वैगन. आप मन में रखो कि आप सब्जी लाने के लिए एक छोटा सा कवर लेके जा रहे हैं, 5 रुपए का प्लास्टिक कवर लेके जा रहे हैं. उसमें क्या आप 10 या 15 किलो का चावल सब्जी ले सकते हैं?
नो सर.
नो सर.
No.
टूट जाएगा, है ना. सो आप यदि एक बड़ा बैग लेके गया, उसमें ज़्यादा सब्जी आप ले सकता है ना, चावल हो या सब्जी हो कुछ भी. ऐसे ही हमारा वैगन भी, वैगन का जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है वो जो किस तरीके का मैन्युफैक्चर हुआ, किस ट्रैक में जाएगा और क्या लेके जाएगा, उन सब मन में रख के हम बोलेगा कि भैया ये जो वैगन है, मेरा वैगन का टेयर एम्प्टी वैगन वेट इतना है और इसका कैरिंग कैपेसिटी इतना है. कैरिंग कैपेसिटी का मतलब है वो आप जैसे आपका पेट के जैसे समझो कि हमारा जो अभी चल रहे 23 आदमी हैं, बालाजी है, श्रीनिवासलू है और एक श्रीकांत है और एक कीर्तना है. हम सबका पेट एक ही है नहीं ना. मैं तो आसान 10 मसाला डोसा खाएगा, मगर कीर्तना बोलेगा कि नहीं सर, मुझे 2 मसाला डोसा खाना ही बहुत मुश्किल है ना. और अखिल बोलेगा सिर्फ 1 मसाला डोसा खाएगा, मैं खा सकेगा. लाइक दैट द कैरिंग कैपेसिटी of our wagons are also very varied. Okay, now the rationalized goods tariff indicates the chargeable weight as PCC or permissible carrying capacity for different commodities. Okay, so we can see the permissible carrying capacity of different commodities. Then all the commodities will be charged at different weight conditions in 3 routes: CC plus 8, CC plus 6 and accepted route. CC plus 8 is newest railway line which is having very good track. बहुत अच्छा ट्रैक है, बहुत अच्छा स्टील में वेल्डेड रेल्स है, उसमें ज़्यादा वेट ले सकेगा, वो है CC plus 8 टन्स. देन उसका थोड़ा पतला है CC plus 6 टन्स. CC plus 6 टन्स में सिर्फ आप 6 टन ज़्यादा ले जाएगा. और ER मतलब एक्सेप्टेड रूट है, एक्सेप्टेड रूट में बहुत कम आप ले जाएगा. ओके, सो फॉर अ कवर्ड वैगन लेट अस टेक एन एग्जांपल. एक BCN या BCXN वैगन को हम 63 टन्स CC plus 8 रूट में ले जाएगा. ये लोड टॉलरेंस, LT का मतलब है लोड टॉलरेंस. लोड टॉलरेंस मीन्स इसको कितना ज़्यादा आप डाल सकेगा सेफ ट्रांसपोर्ट के लिए. इसका मतलब है 1 टन ज़्यादा ले जाएगा विदाउट कैप्साइसिंग ऑफ द वैगन. सिमिलरली इफ इट इज CC plus 6 रूट 61 टन्स, लोड टॉलरेंस 1 होगा. और एक्सेप्शनल रूट में 61 टन्स है, 1 टन का उसका लोड टॉलरेंस होगा. यदि हम बॉक्स N वैगन बॉक्स एंड HA देखा तो उसी CC+8 में 66 टन्स होगा कैरिंग कैपेसिटी, 2 टन का टॉलरेंस होगा, टॉलरेंस के मतलब 66 + 2 68 तक विदाउट एक्सीडेंट जाएगा। और CC+6 में भी सेम है और एक्सेप्टेड रूट में 64 टन्स होगा और लोड टॉलरेंस 2 टन होगा। ऐसा हमारा पूरा वैगन्स का जो है हमारा पास, इसका ये जो वेमेंट है उसका बारे में हम नया सेशन में बात करूंगा। आई विल कम बैक टू यू इन द नेक्स्ट सेशन, विल मीट देयर एंड वी विल शेयर आवर डाउट्स इन द नेक्स्ट सेशन। ओके
ओके सर।
JJ,
Yes, sir.
I think next ASM exam you will pass.
No, sir, no, I don't want to write. I want to know something. That's all.
No, nothing harm, no harm in writing, no.
No problem. But I just wanted to know. But actually, it is very interesting, sir. In fact.
Very, very interesting. Goods is very interesting subject.
Yeah.
Many are afraid, but
Hello.
Yeah,
yes.
that's what.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Who is that?
Sir Rohit.
Rohit, tell me.
Sir, see, for example, the train is traveling, the goods train is traveling for 1000 kilometers, and out of that 800 kilometers is CC+8, and next 200 kilometers is CC+6. Then what? How to charge?
The charging will always be at the minimum. CC+6 means CC+6, and according to that only the payment will be there also.
For an entire distance of 1000 kilometers.
Yes. Because we cannot expect to carry more. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
See, there is a proverb in English. The rope is only as strong as the weakest point. एक बड़ा रस्सी लिया तो उस रस्सी में वीकेस्ट पॉइंट कितना स्ट्रांग है उतना ही वो वेट ले सकेगा। आप ये रस्सी का बिगिनिंग बहुत अच्छा है मगर पतला है, समवेयर इन द मिडिल बहुत पतला है, तो आप उसमें बहुत वेट ले सकेगा?
नहीं सर, नहीं ले सकेगा।
No, sir.
So like that. Okay. Now any doubts regarding this?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
For all type of wagons we have got a separate weight condition and based on the commodity. Okay, anybody having any doubts?
Sir, I got a doubt.
No, tell me.
When the rake is formed, every wagon is checked, sir, for a CC plus tolerance.
No. Wagon is not checked. The track from A to B to C. See here. Let you see the Excel. Or is my Excel visible?
Yes.
Okay. Now this is A, and this is B, and this is C. Okay, this is A, B and C. Now from here to here if you are transporting, this is CC+8 and this is CC+6 and this is exempted route. Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is the total distance you are traveling. This is the total distance that you are traveling. Okay, that merchant center. Out of this total distance, this is CC+6, this is ER. That means ER is the minimum, right? Everything should go only at ER rate. We cannot say From here to here I'll take CC plus 8, then here I will unload some material, then and again I'll take some material here. Not possible.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Now I'll go for one chapter, one more this thing called as the rake, minimum rake. How much of wagons will form a rake? What is the minimum number of wagons which will form a rake? Okay. Shall we see that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Where is that? Transportation, freight incentive, wharfage, demurrage, carrying capacity. See, so much of goods is there.
Yes, sir.
See, this is the standard rakes. Okay, what is the meaning of standard rake? Standard rake means block rake. That means the number of wagons which will form a rake for getting the train load classification. We already saw what is box N, what is box NL, like that we already know how to read it. If you don't know how to read it, you go to this website which I told you, IRFCA. If you go to this website, IRFCA website, you will get all the details. Okay. Now Srinivasulu, mute it. Srinivasulu, mute. Okay. So for open wagons, for these type of wagons, the standard rake is 59. Minimum number of wagons, there will be a column, it is 58. What is the difference between this and this? Standard rake means that is the number of rakes a customer has to indent. Minimum number of wagons is the minimum number of wagons that the railway will supply. That means if the party asks for 59, we may supply 59 or 58. We cannot supply 57 or 56. Any doubt regarding this?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
What is the doubt?
Sir, no doubt, sir. I mean,
Okay, no doubt. So, see, you can see here that we have got so many numbers here. Why we have got so many numbers? Because different type of wagons carry different things, and for each of them we have kept some standard size which is good for without accident it has to go. Our Research Standards Development Organization, RDSO, Lucknow, they have finalized that for safe carriage this is the standard rake size that should be there. Okay, so for box the number of wagons will be 35, minimum is 30. For BO by VL 53 wagons, party has to request, we can give minimum 50 wagons. Flat wagons, you are all knowing, BRN, BRH, these type of wagons, 43 will be indented, 41 will be given. Covered wagons, BCN, BCXN, 41 wagons you can indent, up to 39 wagons railway can give maximum, 37, 36 we cannot give. Remember, when we give less number of wagons, charging will be also for the actual number of wagons. BCNHL, the minimum composition is 58. Party has to indent for 58 only, but railway can give either 58 or 57 wagons. Like that, for tank wagons, BTPN, 50 wagons has to be asked, 49 we can supply. Anybody can tell what is this BTPN?
bogie tank, sir. Bogie tank.
Petroleum tank.
Tank wagon for petroleum.
Yes,
With
exactly.
air brake.
Exactly, with air brake. So when you go to this IRFCA website, you can see why we are naming like that. Okay, so we can see B is the first letter. The first letter B is bogie. Then the second letter T.
Tank
What is the
wagon.
T? T is tanker. Okay. Then P and N. Okay. Like
sir.
that. P is for petroleum and N is
for air brake.
Okay. So now you know how to find out what is a wagon. When somebody tells T, when the second letter is T, it is automatically tank wagon. When the second letter is C, it is always covered wagon. When the second letter is R, what is the R wagon?
BRL. R is
BRL wagon. BRL.
rapid discharge.
Rapid discharge or rail wagon or flat car. Okay. When you see the word FBF, when you see the word F, that means it is flat. BFK, bogie flat. Okay. So the whenever you see the second alphabet O, it means it is a
Open wagon.
open wagon. Whenever you see HL, it means it is
High load.
higher capacity. Higher capacity. Okay. So now you know whenever you immediately see the wagon, you will know what type of commodity it can carry. Can we carry water in BTPN or cement in BTPN?
No, sir.
Because the minute somebody tells BTPN, you will know bogie, tank, petroleum, air brake. So that will give you an idea about what is the commodity to be carried. So now we saw two things. We saw what is the CC carrying capacity of the wagon. We saw also the standard rakes. This I'll share PDF. Already I shared it in the group. It is called Goods Notes. You can read it. It is there. So what is the standard rake? Standard rake means the number of rakes a party has to indent and the minimum number of wagons. So we have already seen here. When I go back to this website here, we have seen freight calculator. We have seen that it is already giving that number of wagons. How it is giving this number of wagons? Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
These two things, 58 and 70, how it is calculated? It is calculated based on this only. Okay, the standard rake as well as the carrying capacity of the wagon. So when choosing a wagon, the party has to think how many metric tons I have got. What is the consignment weight? Then he has to see what type of wagon I require. Then he has to divide the number of wagons with the weight, and then he will come to the conclusion of the number of wagons he will require. Okay.
If railway supplied less wagons, sir?
If the railway cannot supply wagons less than this, the railway
sometimes they will supply less.
No, we cannot supply. We will not supply. We will not give him the rake. Suppose he is asking this BCCW. 58 wagons is the indent. We have to supply at least 56. 54 wagons. 54 wagons. Pardon me?
BCCW and all own wagons, sir.
No, we have to come 56 wagons we have to give it. Otherwise we will not form the rake.
They will not get the train load benefit also.
He will not get the train load benefit also. Only exception. Wait. Only exception is mini rake. There is a mini rake concept.
Yes, sir.
We will talk about mini rake afterwards. Now we are talking only about full rake.
ఓకే సార్ కానీ మనం ఒక్కొక్కసారి BCNHL 56 ఇచ్చి టిఎన్ నంబర్ ఇస్తారు కదా సార్.
అది యాక్చువల్ గా BCNHL కు 56 ఇచ్చి టిఓ నంబర్ ఇవ్వకూడదు. లోకలీ వి ఆర్ ప్రాక్టీసింగ్
అదే కదా సార్, ఆపరేటింగ్ వాళ్ళు టిఎన్ నంబర్ ఇస్తారు.
కరెక్ట్. దే విల్ గివ్ ఇట్
అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటివ్ గ్రౌండ్స్ లో ఇస్తారు సార్. అది ఒకవేళ సబ్స్క్రైబర్ ఉంటే డైరెక్ట్ ఇస్తారు. ఆ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటివ్ గ్రౌండ్స్ ట్రైన్ లోడ్ బెనిఫిట్ కూడా ఇస్తారు సార్ అక్కడ.
Yes, that is a very rare occurrence. It should not be resorted to actually. As per rule, it should not be given. Okay, any doubts?
Sir, then we give now 59, the party asked, we given 58, then it will be charged pro rata basis or?
Pro rata, only for 58 wagons we will charge.
Okay. Actually, what we supplied?
Definitely.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely we will be charging only for what we have given. We cannot charge for more.
Okay. No, the party's intent was 59, we are providing 58, so we will charge for 58.
No, we will charge only for 58. How can we charge for 59 when you have given only 58 wagons?
No, not possible, sir.
No, we should not. No, we should not. How can we?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Without supply, cannot.
Okay. Shall we close? Any other doubts are there? Anybody? Anybody having doubts?
No, sir, no.
So when will be having the next class, sir, in the evening or morning?
Always Saturday, 7 o'clock evening.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Lots of time.
సార్ ఇంకోటి సార్, ఇది BCCW అంటే పార్టీ ఓన్ వ్యాగన్స్ కదా సార్?
Yes, BCCW is a own wagon.
Privately owned
పార్టీ ఓన్ వ్యాగన్స్ సార్, దానికి యాక్చువల్లీ టీఎన్ నంబర్ ఇవ్వరు కదా సార్?
లేదు, see, it is his wagons. So for a BCCW, which is for cement loading, cement will be loaded on top, and then at the bottom there will be a pipe where you can suction it. It is his wagon, own wagon.
Yes, sir.
For his own wagon, we are putting rules for our this thing. 56 we have given minimum because of our operational reasons. That is all.
Yes, sir.
The wagon is owned by the
సార్
corporation.
ఒకసారి ఇన్సిడెంట్ అయింది సార్, అందుకని డౌట్ అడిగాను. ఇది మనకి ఇది దీనికి పోతుంది కదా సార్, రాయలపాడు ఫర్ దీనికి అది వెళ్ళినప్పుడు ఆపరేటింగ్ వాళ్ళు దీనికి టీఎన్ ఇచ్చారు 54 లోడ్ అయితే, అది మన దీని గురించి వెళ్ళిందని చెప్పి టీఎన్ ఇచ్చారు. టీఎన్ లోనే బుక్ చేస్తారు, అంటే ట్రైన్ లోడ్ లో బెనిఫిట్స్ లో బుక్ చేశారు. మరి ఆడిటర్స్ డెబిట్ రేజ్ చేశారు దానికి,
Wagon load తీయాలనేసి.
తీసుకోవాలి అని చెప్పి.
If the TO is given, they will clearly say, although the rake is only 54, train load benefit may be given అని ఇస్తాడు దానిలో.
అది అంటే సార్ వాళ్ళు అనేది ఏంటంటే ఆపరేటింగ్ వాళ్ళు ఇచ్చారు, కానీ మన అగ్రిమెంట్ విత్ అదే పార్టీతోని మినిమం 56 వాళ్ళ స్పేర్ వ్యాగన్స్ కూడా ఉంటాయి. 56 చేస్తేనే ట్రైన్ లోడ్ బెనిఫిట్ ఇవ్వాలి, లేకపోతే వ్యాగన్ లోడ్ అని డెబిట్ రేజ్ చేశారు.
మీరు డిస్ప్యూట్ చేశారు అది?
అవును సార్.
డిస్ప్యూట్ చేసి ఏమైంది? స్పెషల్ క్రెడిట్ ఇచ్చారా లేదా ఎట్లా?
లేదు సార్, డెబిట్ రేజ్ చేశారు, అది ఇంకా నడుస్తుంది సార్, ఇంకా కట్టలేదు.
ఓకే ఓకే, చూస్తాంలేండి, నేను వెతుకుతాను ఏముంది. ఓకే, షెల్ వి క్లోజ్?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you a lot.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Good night, sir. Good night. Thank you.
Very nice, sir. Very